Well, hello everybody. Gonna do a little shooting video today. Today I'm shooting the CZ P07. So we'll do an unboxing and show you what it comes with. So it comes in a nice hard case. That's kind of been standard for all the new stuff, it seems like. Comes with some interesting things though. Of course, this big lock, I think all of our attorneys in our world have that. Comes with adjustable back straps for the back of the grip, and it comes with some parts here, and I believe this is to make it a single action only. I'm not interested in doing that, but I think that's very interesting that the design of the gun is such that with just a few interchangeable parts, take the gun from a double single action operation to a single action only. Of course, it comes with two magazines in it. These magazines are 14 rounds. So this gun is what I would refer to as like the commander size gun. You know, 4-inch barrel, a little shorter grip. That's why the 14 rounds. But this is a dandy gun. Of course, it's a double action, single action. Has the decocker, ambidextrous on both sides, and slide step just on this side, and no safety. So I find that interesting. So you guys see that the gun's empty, so we'll just play with it here for just a minute. Alrighty, so it's a double action, single action, of course with the decocker, cock the hammer. What I like about this gun, a little different than some of the others, as you decock the hammer with this, with the decocker lever, it springs back into place. So there's essentially no safety on the gun. For me, I like that. So now the gun is in double action mode. So the first trigger pull is this long, hard double action trigger, similar to a double action revolver. For the first trigger pull, of course, single action after. Got a little bit of take up on the trigger. Once it's engaged, it's the lighter single action trigger. It has just a little bit of movement in that trigger, more than I would like, honestly, but it's not bad. The trigger's pretty light, but it does have just a little bit of travel there. I wished it was better than that. The beauty of these guns is there's a ton of aftermarket parts for them. I think it's called Cajun Gunworks, kind of specialize in doing trigger and action jobs on these. You know, maybe if I had a few $100 I didn't know what to do with, I would send this off and have an action job, or excuse me, a trigger job done on it. But the gun shoots pretty good right now. I'm pretty tickled with the way it is. What is truly unique about the CZs, and of course, I hope you guys seen the review I did on the Canic just a day or so ago. The Canic belongs to my brother John. He's a big fan of the Canic. He doesn't care for the double action, single action semi-autos. He likes the striker fire guns. My son's the same way. For me, these are the guns I've been gravitating to. I've got some other guns I'll do some reviews on, but these double action, they're the one I like. For me personally, I carry a gun a lot in the summertime, four-wheelers, up on the mountain, fixing fence, whatever. And I like to carry them with a round in the chamber, hammer down. You're never gonna accidentally bump that trigger and make it go off. It's just too much of an action. The trigger pull's heavy enough, and it's long enough that that's not gonna accidentally go off on you. So for me, this is what I like. A lot of people disagree with that. That's great. We live in America. We can do whatever works for us. So this is a gun that I truly like. When I bought this gun, I went to town with the thought in mind of buying a CZ75. Another fine firearm. Nobody can, I think, argue that point. But I picked this gun up quite a bit lighter, and I think I've said in some other videos, I'm really going to this commander size gun. 4-inch barrel instead of 5. Little shorter on the grip frame, but these CZs have an awesome feel to them. Hard to describe exactly what it is, but I really like the CZ feel. Another thing that's interesting, I hope you guys can see it, but the bore axis. So this slide is quite, the measurement from the top to where the slide is pretty short. The barrel sits, as you put it in your hand, that barrel sits really low in your hand. So it has a little bit of a unique recoil to me. When I first shot it, I was quite shocked. I'd never shot one of these before I bought this one. But instead of the gun recoiling with the muzzle up like this, it recoils more straight back. For me, when I'm shooting fast and want to shoot a lot of rounds on target, this CZ is the best gun I own for that. It just stays on target for me. As it's coming back, you can just keep your sights lined up, and man, you can make some lead fly in a hurry pretty accurately. That's what I truly like about the CZ. So we'll do some accuracy shots with it and see how it does. So for today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot 4 different types of ammo. We're going to shoot just 3 shot groups at 25 yards on paper and see what the accuracy results are. This first round that I'm doing is with this Freedom munitions. These are remans. They're 135 grain round nose flat point. I believe they might be a berries. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if they tell you what the bullet is. I think it's a plated bullet though. Me and a couple guys went in together on these and bought a big batch of these. A little bit unique, different profile on those. A little heavier bullet. So the way I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot or load three rounds in the same magazine, and then I'll just explain which ones are first. So these will be the last 3 that I shoot, the 135 grain round nose flat points. So the next ones I'm gonna shoot is hand loads. These are a Zero brand 115 grain hollow point bullet. I've had great luck with these. I hope today that it proves the same, but most all of my 9mm really like this Zero brand bullet. So the next bullet I'm going to shoot is a hand load. It's the 115 grain powder coated semi-wad cutter. Hopefully you guys seen the Canic video. Use these bullets on. I thought these was interesting. I ordered them. They're Penn State bullets. I haven't shot these for quite a while, but I think the CZ kind of likes these. Not great, but better than a lot of my other guns. Don't think I'll be ordering any more of those. The guns just don't shoot them accurately. So then the last ones I've got is 115 grain FMJs. That's a Federal factory. We've had good luck with these. We bought these several years ago, but we like them. I mean, they're just 115 grain FMJs in the 9. There's nothing too special about them. So that'll be four different ammo for this test today. All right, guys. So the first thing we're going to shoot is the full metal jacket Federal factory loads. We'll shoot 3 shots of each type of ammo. Okay, so the next set of ammunition we're going to be shooting is the 115 grain semi-wad cutter powder coated bullets. Okay, so the next set of ammunition we're going to be shooting is the 115 grain Zero brand hollow point bullet. Alrighty, so the next round of ammunition is the 135 grain round nose flat point. This is the reman from Freedom Munitions. Alrighty, let's walk up and have a look. Alright, well, we've had pretty good luck with that CZ so far. We'll see how it looks. Just for fun, I left the targets up from the Canic shoot the other day. We'll be able to compare the 2 guns, see which one we feel like is more accurate. Alright, guys. So the old CZ shoots pretty good. This is that 135 grain. So I'm going to call that about a 2.5 inch group. More than acceptable. More than acceptable on that. That's not a bad group at all. Like the point of impact. So just by comparison, this top target is the Canic. That's about a 3.5 inch group. Still acceptable, but a little bit better on the CZ. So the next target we have is the 115 grain Zero brand hollow point. For whatever reason, the old CZ likes that. You guys can see that's two shots of one hole essentially. That one there. Less than an inch, I believe we're gonna have on that. So Yeah, that's less than a 1-inch group on that. That's pretty phenomenal shooting for a 4-inch barrel semi-auto. So this is the Canic group. This is about 3-inch. Still pretty acceptable. So now the old semi-wad cutters. I don't know if my tape measure is long enough to measure that group. Oh yeah, barely. 5-inch group. The Canic didn't like that one either. That's kind of the experience I've had, is not very many guns like this semi-wide cutter bullet. So moving down the list, here's the 115 grain Federal FMJ. There we go. We got two bullets in one hole essentially, and that one there, still point of impact really good. That's about 1.5-inch group or so. Yeah, I'm gonna call that an 1.5-inch group. That's phenomenal shooting out of the factory, I mean generic type ammo FMJ. The Canic didn't mind that one either. That's a little bigger group. That's about 3.5. So anyway, all right guys, that was a lot of fun shooting that on paper. I'm not sure why. I just love shooting them guns on paper. I don't know why. It's fun, me poking holes in paper. My goal with all my handguns is to shoot a 3-shot group under 1 inch. We did that not quite twice today, but those Zero brand hollow points, of course, it was a phenomenal group. It was less than 1 inch. The Full Metal Jacket on the factory ammo was maybe 1.5 inches. Still pretty satisfactory for a commander sized gun like this. So I couldn't be happier with the accuracy on this gun. It was fun leaving those targets up from the Canic review. There again, me and my brother have this little Canic versus these SIGs and CZs and whatever, because he loves the Canic so much. Phenomenal gun. It was just fun for a comparison. But anyway, what I'm going to do a little different today is I'm going to shoot the CZ and just shoot at some steel and have the camera kind of facing right on them. We'll do some slow-mo to see how the gun recoils more straight back than up. Never done that before. We'll play with the editing software and see if we can do some slow-mo on it, and then we're just going to bang away at some of the steel. So all right, we'll just turn the camera downrange a little bit. All right, guys, we'll go see if we can hit the 50-yarder. I'm not too good at it, but we're gonna have some fun trying anyway. I don't know if you guys can hear that very well, but I hit it 3 out of 4 times. I just love this CZ gun. We'll keep banging away at it. Well, all right, guys, I definitely had a couple misses there, but I think I was over 50% at the 50-yarder. So anyway, I don't know, this gun just really fits me well. I'm super happy with it. I don't know if anybody can argue the quality of a CZ handgun. You know, we talked about stuff made in America. I wish these were. This gun's actually made in Czechoslovakia. There's a pretty big community of guns and gun manufacturing in that part of the world, I guess. So I know this is part of the Dan Weston group now, so you know, imported in the U.S. Great quality firearm here. So anyway, super happy with it. Please leave some comments if you guys have experience with these guns. Couldn't be happier with this. This is, of course, my newest gun, so of course the new one's always a favorite. But I think today this is my favorite 9mm I own. So anyway, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.